Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wednesday's Market SITREP, or Situation Report here at TGO. That's Top Gun Options, and man, that accelerated quickly. Taking a look at the S&P 500, we broke this critical 50-day moving average. However, we predicted this was going to happen. Last week, this week, I've been saying you see this end of June, beginning of July market action, held the 50-day, smash through it, up through it, smash through it, and then rip your face off rally. I said that's exactly what we're going to do here. This is not the big one. This is not the Fred Sanford grabbing his chest. You know, I'm coming, Elizabeth, down to the 200-day moving average. In my opinion, it's just the underlying. There's too much good underlying. I get the interest rate issue. I get the FAANGs. I predicted the death of the FAANGs back here, and they're all dying now, including Amazon. Said, get out of the way, Amazon, man. There is no bottom anytime soon. It'll recover for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or yes. In yesterday's live trade brief, I said, do not get into Amazon. This is a ledge. This is a ledge, and it's going lower. And here we are today with it was down around $1,800. So good call to get out of the way of Amazon. Remember, when something's on a tear, either up or down, you either join it or you get out of the way. So some of my private coaching clients have actually been selling some pretty decent upside calls against some long positions, bringing in a hell of a lot of premium, which is great. But you have to be careful because something like this can snap back right away. Very good looking trade as well with FXI. I said the same thing with FXI. I said this is heading lower. Got a couple folks that are doing bearish double verticals that are looking great because there's just no good news out of China. There was good news yesterday afternoon. Earlier in the day, the president, when Nikki Haley was, he was kind of patting her on the back and saying thanks for your service, said, no, we're not even talking to China, nothing yet. That they don't deserve to talk to us type of thing. And then later in the day, he let it slip. He's like, well, if the Republicans aren't fired up by the Supreme Court shit show, maybe a trade deal will. Hint, hint. The guy's got a break glass in case of emergency trade deal with China. However, China also knows that the lower our market goes, the more Trump's painted into a corner to get a trade deal done, so it looks good and the market recovers. And they might actually sit there and cross their arms. So everybody's starting to play, moving on from playing checkers to chess here. We've talked about Brazil this week and how the Donald Trump of the tropics might, I think, is going to win, and the EWZ is going to see a rip-your-face-off rally. A couple folks over the past couple weeks have gotten along the EWZ, and it's had an incredible run here. So still a good trade, in my opinion, EWZ. Things aren't good with China. Mike Pompeo sat in Beijing across from the table from this dude, more or less said, hey, man, that 600-mile extension to your country in the middle of the Pacific, I don't recognize, and neither does the world. So a little bellicose out of, I love Mike Pompeo. You go stand on their turf and you say, no, we don't agree with this. So not good news. New evidence of hacked super micro hardware found in U.S. telecom. From who? China continues to sabotage our technology industry. It's just not good, folks. So obviously stocks are having a red day. Bond yields keep climbing, but it really is the FAANG. The FAANG ain't good, man. We predicted this. It's happening. Some of you guys are doing some really good work pounding it into the dirt, but love being right about this stuff. And really don't hear anything from the folks on social media who chastised me for this call. Look at Twitter. Lower, 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 and it will be going lower. Down 6.5% right now. So would love to hear from all the people on social media who, Facebook's going to be great, Twitter's great, you're an idiot, Tesla's going to be great. I kind of hear crickets chirping as once again we're right about a major call. LVMH sparks fears of what? A Chinese slowdown. They're seeing a lot of softness in the China market. So the looks like the Chinese consumer is getting a little trade war worry, one of those. Oil seeing a rip your face off rally. Let's take a look at ExxonMobil here. Category 3 hurricane in the Gulf. I think it hit most of the platforms. It's going to kind of curve a little bit. So ExxonMobil pulling back a little bit. We put on a bull put spread yesterday right here at this kind of triple-ish bottom. Now I'd look to leg into an Aryan Condor, probably up around this 87 strike. So that's for my folks that were in the primary live trade brief yesterday. Google Plus is getting shut down after what? User information was exposed. Google executive on Twitter the other day more or less saying he can't wait to see every Republican voter burn in hell and all sorts of crap. If you didn't see this coming with these limousine liberal tech stocks, you weren't a TGO member or you're just an idiot. When you alienate or silence half of your customer base, that ain't bullish. And all these idiots that say, Nike knows what they're doing. Let's look at Nike earnings in a couple quarters after the whole Kaepernick thing. I sat down, I usually go to hockey tournaments with my son up to Orlando, and they have all the outlets. I've calculated that I would spend an average annually of $5,000 a year on Nike products. That will never happen again. So if you're some sort of idiot who sits there and goes, that'll help their earnings, you're a fool. And don't give me this, well, they're targeting millennials or folks underneath you. Guess what? I'm raising 3 of them, and they know not to ever shop at Nike. So that's a ridiculous strategy. Oh, well, they're an international company, too. Is that, the United States is just one of their markets. Yeah, because I see people lined up out the door in Kenya to buy Nike products. It's a stupid argument. So stay away from any of these limousine liberal companies where they have this kind of cult of personality with the CEO. I predicted this a year ago. This time last year, we were in Lake Tahoe. I was with my former partner who I own 20 Teslas. I know Elon Musk personally. He's my best friend, and you're an idiot. I'm like, you're an idiot. This stock's going to zero. The guy's John DeLorean, and the cars are awful. Look what happened to Tesla. So some of my private coaching clients have been doing the Lord's work, pounding Tesla into the dirt as well. That goes lower. The only way this stock would have survived is if he goes. Elon Musk has got to go. All he did was get removed from chairman and demoted to CEO. The dude's got to go, man. But his board of directors are way too cozy. This stock's awful, and we're 1, 2, 3, 4. This thing's skimming the treetops, and it's going to fall off just like Amazon. So you're looking for some nice bearish trades. I got a ton of them, and we'll be talking about that today. Actually, we have AR accelerated retirement here at 1 o'clock. Got some short CSX calls that are looking good. CSX getting pounded today, along with a lot of the industrials, but. Like I said, I don't think this is the big one. We're going to do exactly what I predicted we're going to do right here. Put that right here. We've had several near-death experiences where we made a head fake down to this 50. It was only a matter of time before we tested it and broke it. But the underlying fundamentals are still good. October is always volatile, folks. And guess what? We have a Washington election clown car coming up that ain't going to be super bullish for the market, but we're going to dogfight this market and trade the hell out of it. And like I said, I'll see many of you at 1 o'clock for AR, for accelerated retirement. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. I'll see you.